Reliving the book of the acts. I carry my cross on my back. My homies still stuck in the trap. Going hard, ain't no time to relax. Keeping my mind on the throne. Applying the stuff I've been shown. Been patient through all of my woes. Been patient through all of my woes. And I'm out here painting this picture. It came from the scriptures. I'm changing my mind now. And I've been examples. I've seen some examples. So I think it's just about time now to break the old habits and clean all the addicts. And yes, we are changing our life now. And when life give us lemons, we turn it to vengeance. We're strong in the Lord and His might now.
All the tribulations, I just cannot stay the same. All the wisdom I've been given has been helping with the pain. And the people that I love, they think that I've gone insane. When it gets gritty and looking real iffy, they pull up and show out they face, yeah. It's the blood in my veins, yeah. I cannot stand to complain, yeah. Put it in there's a change, yeah. Put it in there's a shame, yeah. I'm the only one to blame, yeah. So I've been switching my lanes, yeah. Before the soul of my chain, yeah. Cause when it don't matter, man.
Straight true to religion, it's only a few to stay true and some tripping. Danger if you got no clue when you slipping. It's time to renew and stop foolishly sinning. Cause we the ones set apart from the beginning. Oh, that bitch filled with the thing that's forbidden. Walking in life and I move with no vision. I'm moving like frogs to my mind, steady swimming. Oh.
Yeah. All praises to the Most High God. Yeah. Back at it. All praises, man. Hey, welcome to another edition of the Final Trumpet Radio Show. My name is Officer Kolayah. To my right,
Officer Aton.
To my far right,
Officer Yuwanathan Yasharala.
To my far right,
Officer Yuwanathan Kasat.
And to my far right,
Officer Marshall.
And our reader today, to my left, he don't got no camera on him. All praise to the Most High God. Y'all notice I had to keep saying far, then far, then far. You know why? Because we need y'all help. We need the donations. Go right there to iuic.columbia.sc@israelunited.org. Help the radio show out. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get our equipment up, trying to get things better. IT moving in the spirit a little bit sometimes. Help me,
please.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, don't worry, we ain't gonna go into our rant just yet. But you know, we back with another episode. Last week we ended off with what was it? Traumatized people in the weight of a black Messiah or weight of a Messiah. And that was a good show. You know what I mean? It was a good show. A lot of information came out. Saw some clips of our people that are traumatized and that are living in traumatized state. The effects of the lifestyle that we grow up in and that we see our people in today, and how it transpires over into their adulthood as they get older. So we had a few clips that we did not hit. We're gonna pick up on some of that stuff because I know last week I don't remember what the very last article or radio or video was, but along the lines of the fathers being missing from the homes. Right. Kids, we had kids, a 5-year-old that called in because his
parents got murdered.
Yeah, yep. You know what I mean, so let's just pick up right there. What was it? An article? We got that Will Smith article or Will Smith clip.
Yeah.
Let's go there. And I don't know. These mics is doing something to me. Yeah. Hey, play that clip right there. Y'all chime in, jump in anytime. You know what I mean.
Still 5 years old, Ain't like I'm gonna be sitting up every night asking my mom, when's daddy coming home, Who needs him? Hey, he wasn't there to teach me how to shoot my first basket, but I learned, didn't I? Hey, I got pretty damn good at it too, didn't I, Uncle Phil? I learned how to drive, I learned how to shave, I learned how to fight without him. I had 14 great birthdays without him. He never even sent me a damn card. The hell with him! You showed me love. You don't want me, man.
Nah, I was probably I was young. I was probably 15. Yeah. I think. I don't know what year this is, but I don't want to tell my age like I just did. But I was pretty young because you was old. You was old by then. I think you was like 25.
Like 12.
So, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But this clip this clip right here is what a lot of youth, even during our time when we were young, we experienced this situation with the father not being there, and today it's an epidemic. It's a pandemic.
Right. Yeah, it's even worse now.
Yeah,
Right.
you know, and I just think that a lot of times we don't really. I ain't gonna say we don't. Our people in the world, they don't really understand the effects that happens in these kids' minds and what transpires as an adult when you've grown up like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What we see in that clip is a young man trying to move forward, but because of that trauma in his past life, or trauma by not getting that feedback or that love, that teaching, that upbringing that he desired, now it's hard for him to move forward. He was actually going into talking about his future and what it was going to be like to negate or oppose the love he didn't get.
Right.
But I'm going to get the script real quick.
Go ahead.
Philippians 3:13. This is what the scriptures teach us to do. Philippians 3:13.
Philippians chapter 3, verse 13.
Because we all have some type of trauma in our past that we got to overcome. But the scriptures are the medicine to help us overcome it. Read.
Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do.
Go ahead.
Forgetting those things which are behind.
So sometimes that's the hardest thing to do.
Right.
When we dealing with trauma, it's hard to forget those past issues, those past things. But through the scriptures coming into our lives, we learn how to overcome. We learn that we have new family in the truth. We learn that we do have fathers that are going to teach us and give us that upbringing, that love that we desire. Right? Read on.
And reaching forth unto those things which are before.
Because there's more ahead of us than what we left behind. And that's what building our faith in this truth is all about. Realizing that there's more ahead of us than behind us that destroyed us.
Right. And you could tell, even though Will, he was in his right mind back then, he had good sense. He ain't got no damn sense right now.
Right.
But his acting for that part was superb.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because he conveyed the emotional state that young men at that age are feeling, regardless of how hard you think you grow up, you know what I'm saying, and how stern you think you are in your demeanor and character because your father wasn't there. Right. Every child desires to know who they father is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And to experience or have that experience with a father in their household, so that man figure teaching them how to fish or teaching them how to shoot that first basketball shot, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? And as you grow older, what Will displayed was you try to push that aside, like you just read. You try to push that out of your mind, but it doesn't go anywhere. Right. You know what I'm saying? Our people, their trauma, that's trauma.
Right.
That's a state of trauma. It's a state of mind that you're stuck in, and it affects your life as you're growing up.
And for that to be in a TV show, a staple in American TV history, they've studied that to know that that's something that as young black men, young black women, we deal with that because they already set up the propaganda to destroy the black family.
Right. They wrote the script.
So, matter of fact, can I get verse 14?
Yes, sir.
Because this is why the commandments need to be in place. All right? Read verse 14 on this, same place.
Verse 14.
Uh-huh.
I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of God in Christ Jesus.
How do we press for that mark? By coming back to our nationality through keeping God's commandments and the faith of Jesus Christ. That's how we press forward. Whatever was destroyed in our past is going to get fixed by the commandments of God. Point blank, period. Right. This is the solution.
And so I remember last week we went over the article with J. Edgar Hoover, and the efforts that they put together to stop the rise of a black messiah. Right. You know what I mean? It's like everything, and what our people got to understand is everything that our oppressors have done has been calculated to the point to put us in the condition that we're in right now. Right. Mm-hmm. Everything they have done a diligent search and thought out every aspect of our current condition, right, from our brothers and sisters raising up in the Black Panthers Party, the Brown Berets, and all those different organizations trying to come together to give us a foundation to build off of. The destruction of all of these organizations has been calculated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The dividing of the home with welfare and all of that stuff, it's been calculated. Now to the point where we so lost. You go to high school, you get a damn degree. You think you think you the ish. You done figured out life. You got it all together.
You figured out the white man's first step for your life.
Exactly.
Dang.
So,
That's a cool thought right there.
right. So what's that next article from last week? We had something else. What was it?
Said Bill take
Yeah. Yeah. So let's go to that one right there. The previous one. The one before that. Because hold on. Don't hit play just yet. I believe this is the one about the erasing the history, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So and which goes into the mentality that our people are currently in. It's just when you don't know your history, you don't got no foundation.
Right.
And that's what they understand. And today, even though we're cleaning up some of the articles from last week, hitting some of those points from last week, it's going to transition into the racism in America today and our current condition with voting and all of the stuff that we got going on today.
That's a part of our trauma.
Yes.
That is a major part of our trauma as a people. Because they've set up that structure for us to stay at the bottom.
Right. That go with actually what you was reading about, like the clip with Will and his father not really being in his life. And you know how Esau and them, they do a deep search. So they know what we supposed to be doing. Let me get a script. Go Ephesians 6 and 4. Right? Because this is why they take fathers at the house right here, because this is our job to do. Go ahead.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 4. And ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath.
So we supposed to not provoke our children to getting the wrath of God put on them. And how do we do that? Go ahead.
But bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord.
So the admonition means to warn.
Mm-hmm.
We have to warn our children of the judgments of God as fathers. That's how we don't provoke them to be all jacked up in the wrath of the Lord. The wrath of the Lord was that little kid making that phone call where you got two parents getting killed because another black man walk in the door and shoot him. So now here we are with everything going on in our neighborhood because of all of the adultery, all the lying, all the stealing, all the killing, and then fathers get removed so those things don't get taught in the house. The discipline ain't getting taught in the house. So now we have what we have, like what we just saw.
Right. And, our enemies, they, like you said, they do a diligent search to find out how to destroy us. And, they understand that as fathers, we're supposed to teach our children. Give me Sirach 30 and 3.
Bring it out.
Sirach chapter 30, verse 3. He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy.
Hey, they understand that. When we teach our sons and raise our sons right, teaching the laws and commandments, we create a strong family. You know what I'm saying? We put those morals in our community, something our community lacks. And that grieves the enemy because they want us destroying each other. So they don't have to do the work.
Exactly. That's exactly what they've created. They've built the system and designed the system to whereas they don't have to do the work anymore. Now they've given us their brain. Like I think I mentioned that on the previous show.
Right.
We don't have a mentality towards our people anymore.
Right.
Our mentality is to do their bidding. We do their work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They've created black men in the image that they want black men to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? They took what the Most High God created and how Bishop Yawasab say and made the Negro.
Created the Negro
created
in
the Negro.
America,
Yeah.
and they set up shop in the head.
Set up shop in their brain.
Look, the reader be going into the brain conversations.
Uh-huh.
When you got no camera on you, bro. Damn.
Running to the lumps. Gotta get
The
to
lumps,
right?
massage, and the
Yeah, man. That's what has happened.
Right.
So now, 2024, with all like when I was in school or when we were in school, because we all around the same age sometimes.
Give or take a year.
Give or take a year or two. But when we was in school, history being taught in school was a thing. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the history that as we understand it right now, but you had more history being taught 25 years ago than today. Now they're removing it, and years ago they called it secular history. They're implementing what's called secular history in the school, and now it's to the point where they want to remove that secular history that they implemented before to appease white children so that they don't have to feel a certain type of way when you bring up the horrible conditions of slavery that their great grandfathers inflicted on black people.
Right.
They played Mississippi Burning when I was in school.
Yeah,
right.
They
in
played
school.
that, and that caused like a little mini race.
Little mini race
problem in the school for a little bit. But
Bro,
we used to watch those movies in the school system.
Yep.
Hey, no lie, in Florida we had what was called Cracker Day.
Yeah, we had
That's
one
what
of
it
them.
is.
It was Cracker Day. Yeah. Everybody, all of them got their ass whooped. It is what it is. Hey, it got to the point where they did not come to school on. They knew what time it was.
Right.
hey, it was bad.
We couldn't
But,
get them 30 acres and a mule, but we get a little butt whipping. In there.
Hey, whoop that out. You know what I'm saying?
Matter of
Hey,
fact,
go ahead. What you got?
this everybody been quoting it, the diligent search. Can we
Yeah.
get that real
Job
quick?
8 and 8.
Psalm
getting?
64.
Okay.
Psalm 64. Start at verse 2 and then we're going to jump down to verse 5 and 6. Because this is why, as a people, we deal with trauma. This is why we're trying to figure our way out, because there has been propaganda set against our people that has meant to keep us destroyed. So go ahead and read that.
Psalms chapter 64, verse 2.
Go ahead.
Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
So there are many secret counsels that come from the wicked. Who is the wicked? The so-called white man.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody who's in agreement with him, right? Read on.
From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
These wicked are workers of iniquity, and they teach us their iniquity. That we and they matter of fact, jump down. This is how they teach us their iniquity. Jump down to verse 5.
Verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter.
Go ahead.
They commune of laying snares privily.
All they talk about is us and how they can trap us, get us caught up, and get us confused. Read on.
They say, who shall see them?
Uh-oh. Now, today in 2024, you got Negroes confused on who our enemy is.
And that's why the enemy's sitting there talking about, they don't even know.
They don't even know.
They don't even know.
Right.
Who
And-
can see us? And they sit back and fold their hands.
Right. Because these Negroes are really that dumb
Right.
that they think I'm their friend. Read verse 6.
Right.
Verse 6. They search out iniquity.
They search out our stupidities. They search that thing out. How stupid are these Negroes in these last days? Because I'm watching the Bible that gives them understanding to see how much time I got left. But if these Negroes ain't going to wake up to it, I might just have a little more time.
They'd be like, hey, so if they do this sin, this is their judgment.
Right.
Oh, shoot, we going to create an environment. Give them all discounts on all weekends.
Exactly.
So they break the Sabbath.
Right.
Oh, shoot. So if the father's in the house, this right here is how it's going to go. Let's create a whole system. All the women, we will pay all your bills.
Just get rid of them
Get
niggas.
rid of your man.
Right.
He got to be out the house. Now, all your kids, so God going to forget their children too? Oh, yeah. We
Let's
got
keep
to
this
build
going.
that system. That's what they did.
Let's make OnlyFans the new Section 8.
Oh, you can't make this stuff up.
Read on.
They accomplish a diligent search.
They watch us, like Cat Williams was saying last week. They do the loop-de-lie, right? They put what
the
they
truth
watching
over
over
here.
here,
Yeah.
put the truth over here,
And tell
and they
you.
see how many of us gonna go to the lie. But then they're also watching how many people walk away from the lie in
Right.
search of the truth. So they do a diligent search of us. Read on.
Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
So when they put new things like critical race theory, they put the LGBTQ feminist movement out towards our people. Every thought, everything that they teach us, there's a reason behind it, and it's a deep reason. And they want to see how far will we go into living by their lies.
Right.
Yeah. So
All praises Most High. Hey, let's pull up that
Video.
that video right there. Let their tongue fall on them again.
right.
Shoot, that's right. It's right there.
Yeah, it's right there.
It reads like a how-to guide in historical whitewashing. Are you aware that this new version of the bill from the Senate removes the writings of Frederick Douglass?
Hey, so I'll pause it real quick.
I am.
Read that. Officially.
Erasing history on record.
So they're literally in the courts right now, erasing the history.
Mm-hmm.
Why? So that their children don't have to deal with the fact that their fathers put our forefathers in slavery.
Right.
That their children don't have to own up to the fact that the way that we're living right now, the reason we're living the life that we're able to live right now is based off of my great-great-grandfather putting your great-great-grandfather through slavery.
Look, that's agenda number. That's about 3, 4, 5.
Right.
Agenda 1 and 2 is because we waking up.
Exactly.
Agenda 1 is because they got the black men on the streets all over the world telling people about the history.
Exactly.
So all of us that learn how to read and comprehend now at the 8th grade level, we gonna wake up. So they got to move it out of the school so we can't read it nowhere else.
Yeah. Right. Try to make it harder. Go ahead.
To the point where we would be at camp teaching, and we have black people talking about we're not slaves. We never were slaves.
They don't even know it happened.
Slave ships never happened.
Like they don't even know about slave ships.
So it's starting now. Imagine 2 or 3 generations from now.
Right. That's why we gotta keep shows like this. We gotta keep hitting these streets, and they can't stop what's coming. Right. They can't. That's the good thing about it. You can't stop what's coming.
Not at all.
It's too late. Most are gonna occupy you somewhere else. We're gonna continue to work here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we understand you have to try your best to erase the history, but you can't. Play that.
Reads like a how-to guide in historical whitewashing.
Hey, he said
Are
it
you aware that
reads
this
like a how-to guide in historical whitewashing.
That's the same thing. That's the same thing they did with Michelangelo and them.
Exactly.
When they was painting all over the thing.
Right,
So,
exactly.
So they doing the exact same thing now that they did back then.
Exactly. Play on.
Reads like a how-to guide in historical whitewashing. Are you aware that this new version of the bill from the Senate removes the writings of Frederick Douglass?
I am.
Are you aware that this new version of the bill from the Senate removes the writings of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.?
Yes.
Are you aware that this new version of the bill from the Senate removes the history of Native Americans?
Silence.
Look at that.
Hey, pause right there. Pause.
Yo.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. It didn't hit me until just now. He said everything about. He said Frederick Douglass,
Negro.
Martin Luther King,
Negro.
When he got to the Indians, so-called Native Americans, why did he pause? Wow. Because of the $5 Indians.
That's it.
Right.
That's it.
That's it.
I ain't think about that until he just so like, why did he pause on that?
He said,
and that's because his people came in to make themselves our people, try to take our race once again. So he had to pause.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe that's what it was.
I
don't know. That's all I'm saying.
It's a good valid point.
I don't know.
Because he know damn well he got family that's saying they Cherokee.
Right.
And they got land rights because
they got land rights.
Exactly. That's why he took that pause. So hey, that's a good point.
I
Very
don't
good
know.
point. It's a very good point. Let's finish that.
New version of the bill from the Senate removes the history of Native Americans.
Dang, that's my family. Look, that's some of my family stole that junk.
The way the bill is laid out,
That's a yes or no
because
question.
we are
It
very
said,
clear,
are
He
you
couldn't give
aware
up.
that this new
Hey,
version
Listen,
of the bill-
hold on, just pause it right there. He did not want to say yes at all. He said he want to explain it.
Right.
When it came to all the Negroes, he was just like, yes. I'm aware of that.
Right.
Yeah. We know that. Yeah, we know that too. But when it comes to
Unbelievable.
Looking at it from a race perspective and how his people are going to be tied to that,
Right.
he's like, well, let me explain it. Let me.
Right.
No, we don't want you to explain it. Just answer the damn question. Play on.
removes the history of Native Americans.
silence.
The way the bill is laid out,
That's a yes or no
because
question.
we are
It
very
said, are
clear
you
that we
aware
could not
this
be
new version of the
conclusive
bill
about every single
removes the
document out
history
there that
of
we
Native
could.
Americans?
I'm going
What's
to give
that
you an
darn
answer.
Flower
I'm gonna
Moon
give it- I'm
movie?
gonna-
Yes.
Yeah.
That Flower Moon movie?
Yes.
Yeah,
Flower
man,
Moon,
you
yes.
you can't make this stuff up. So
Yeah.
he had to think about all of that and how his people are claiming to be Native Americans and took from the Native Americans. Now they say that's them.
Right.
So he's like, oh, hold on, wait a minute.
Let me
We
explain.
might
that.
have
is this?
we might have didn't take everything into account.
The bill is laid out in a very specific way. I bet you somewhere in that bill they probably got except white people.
They finna build. Look, if it
Except
look, it might not have
only
been in there that day.
Only
It's
if
been
they're
there now.
black.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Play on.
This isn't a trial. I'm going to give you an answer.
Okay, I'm ready for the answer.
The way it's set out is so that a teacher can go to different documents and different authors by which to teach from.
You see
It's
that?
by no means meant to be a conclusive list.
Let me just ask you one more time. Are you,
They want these teachers to go to specific books, specific authors to teach from. not from the books and literature that is already in school that you can't negate the history of what happened to black people. You know what I mean? You want new documents and new books to be implemented into
to where
the school.
they don't get incriminated.
Right.
Don't bring out that old history.
Right.
Exactly.
He said it as though is granting the teachers freedom to pick their books when that's not the case. They're gonna give them a list of books. And that's all you can teach from.
Exactly. And,
but
and there's an article. Go ahead.
Yeah,
No. Go ahead.
They
Finish.
said it he said it in the way like, well, we're giving the teachers freedom to choose to open it up a little more where they can allow all it. No. It's not what you're doing.
Curriculum in
yeah,
schools?
and that's what they're gonna do.
And that's what they're changing.
That's what they're gonna do.
That's what they're changing. Hey, go ahead, play on.
Okay, I'm ready for the answer.
The way it's set out is so that a teacher can go to different documents in different authors by which to teach from.
Different authors.
It's by no means meant to be a conclusive list.
Let me just ask you one more time. Are you aware that this new version of the bill from the Senate removes the history of Native Americans? It's on page 3 of the side-by-side if you don't have it in front of you.
I believe you.
Okay. Wow. Are you aware that this new version of the bill removes mention?
He didn't answer the question.
Yes,
No,
not at all.
No, he didn't.
Pause. He didn't answer the question. He says, "I believe you." Didn't you help create
You
this
wrote
bill?
it.
Right. You advocating for this thing.
Now you just answered yes on everything else, but now you want to say if it's there, I believe you.
Right. It became a conversation.
If white people was claiming, like if they was walking around saying they was African Americans, then he would have paused on that. But because they can't do that, so they're like, well, let me pause on the Native American.
Right. All right. Hey, pause right there, officer.
We
You
get
want the script?
Proverbs 10 and 19 real
Get that
quick,
for officer
because
real
you
quick.
notice the first two questions, it was yes and no.
Right.
Can you rewind it just a little bit if you're able to? It's real quick. The conversation starts when he asked the question that the dude didn't want to answer. Read that again. And then he wanted to do his evil in. Read that. I mean, not read it. Play it.
Whitewashing. Are you aware that this new version of the bill from the Senate removes the writings of Frederick Douglass?
I am.
Are you aware that this new version of the bill from the Senate removes the writings of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.?
Yes.
Here it comes.
Are you aware that this new
building
version of
up.
the bill from the Senate removes the history of Native Americans?
Here comes the conversation. Silence.
Think in the face.
The way the bill is laid
Boom.
out.
All right, you can
That's
stop
a
it
yes.
right there. Stop it right there. Get Proverbs 10, verse 19.
Jump up to 18.
Proverbs chapter 10, verse 18. He that hideth hatred with lying lips.
Right, he's hiding his hatred. Now, I mean, we know that he hates the so-called African Americans and Hispanics and the Native Americans, but now he's about to start his lying. Read.
And he that uttereth a slander is a fool.
And he's about to show himself a fool right now. Read on.
In the multitude of words.
His multitude of words began when he was asked to explain the Native American.
Right.
That's when it started, right? Read.
There wanteth not sin.
There lacketh no sin. There lacketh no evil. So the second he did those things as so-called African Americans and Native Americans, we should know that this dude is lying his behind off. Read on.
But he that refraineth his lips is wise.
And he lost all his wisdom when he started rambling and started trying to explain himself.
Hey, how you gonna get? Because one of the questions is, yo, you know, it's gonna get rid of Martin Luther King Jr. stuff, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
Wasn't it just a Martin Luther King Day?
Thank you.
Yes.
Yep.
So I guess that's going away, black people.
Yes.
That's going away, black people.
Hey, see how he answered that stuff right there quick. Yes.
Right.
I am.
Right. I don't worry about the black people no more.
Now we
Y'all
don't celebrate Martin Luther King Day, but the stuff he did allows us to have freedom of speech.
Right.
So what do you think they coming after?
Right.
It don't make no sense, man.
They're definitely their whole agenda is to silence the Bible, silence black men with authority, and to keep creating soft, weak, effeminate preachers in the pulpit to keep our people docile and weak.
Right.
That's what their whole agenda is.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you have, if you want to kill the idea of a nation of people furthering themselves, then you have to kill the thought of somebody raising up to be revolutionary. You got to kill them, the idea of those that came before them that's able to plant a seed that will cause them to grow into that type of person.
Right.
So you got to remove their history.
Mm-hmm.
Play on. Play the rest of that.
Look, we got to make it through the video.
Right.
Yeah. We got a long way to
I'll give you an
go.
answer.
All praises.
This isn't a trial. I'm going to give you an answer.
Okay, I'm ready for the answer.
The way it's set out
Yeah, think
is
about
so
that.
that a teacher can go to different documents,
Different
and
documents,
different authors by
authors.
which to teach from. It's by no means meant to be a conclusive list.
Oh, so
Let
they
me
could
just ask you one more
choose.
time. Are you aware that this new version of the bill from the Senate removes the history of Native Americans? It's on page 3 of the side-by-side if you don't have it in front of you.
Then I believe you.
Okay.
Still didn't
Are
answer
you
the
aware
question,
that
but
this new
play
version
on.
of the bill removes mentions of Cesar Chavez?
Hey.
Yes.
You
Are
see
you
how
aware
fast?
that
Hold on,
this
Paul.
new
So
When
Northern
it comes,
Kingdom-
when it
Northern
comes
Kingdom,
to,
there it is.
when it comes to anything close to black,
Right.
If you look, if you have any ethnic background of black people, he ain't got no problem answering it.
Right.
He's on point with it.
Them Native Americans, right
Native
there,
Americans
boy.
because of what they did.
Exactly. Play on.
It's on page 3 of the side-by-side if you don't have it in front of you.
Then I believe you.
Okay. Are you aware that this new version of the bill removes mentions of Cesar Chavez?
Yes.
Are you aware that this new version of the bill removes mentions of Susan B. Anthony?
Yes, I am.
Yet the new version of the bill from the Senate, this is not the bill we all passed as a House, but the Senate's version, it still includes the writings of Alexis de Tocqueville, and he's not even an American. Could that be because he's a white man?
Not exactly.
Now, exactly. It is exactly.
Right.
Now, go to the. I want you to pull up the last article that I posted on the show run. The last article that I posted on the show run.
Yo, you know, if it was inclusive, right? If they could pick whatever book they want to go to, why change the bill?
Exactly. I'm gonna show you something.
Why change the bill?
Read that right there. Can you see that? Yeah, read that.
At Liberty Podcast, the movement to erase Black history and culture.
All right, stroll down. Read that right there. I didn't read all that, but just read it.
February marks Black History Month, a time to recognize the significant achievements and culture of Black Americans.
You get 1 month to recognize your achievements and culture in America. Read on.
From bell hooks to Beyonce.
What the hell
did
she do? They do? These folks ain't do nothing. This is the agenda.
Here's the books.
Yeah, get rid of Martin Luther King. Get rid of Chavez. Get rid of anything.
Frederick Douglass.
Yeah, Frederick Douglass. Get rid of all of that. Let's give them history like Beyonce.
Beyonce still living and she ain't did nothing. Like,
Jay-Z. Let's give them the history. Yeah, let's give them this type of history. Go back to the article.
Wow.
Read on.
From bell hooks to Beyonce, and also to honor an accurate history about them.
They what? They hoes. She's a hoe.
About who? Right.
What we talking about?
She's a hoe. Read on.
A history that we know is rife with discrimination and abuse. Think slavery, Jim Crow, and the structural racism we are still infected with today.
Come on.
Sadly, more and more, this history is being challenged and even erased in our culture.
Come on.
And right now in our schools, through tactics like curriculum restrictions and book bans.
Book what?
Book bans.
What the dude just say?
He said they could pick whatever book
He
they
said
want.
the new version.
Conclusive list.
The new version given by the Senate, not the House, like they the same damn people anyway. The new version given by the Senate is going to allow teachers to choose which authors and books they want to choose from to teach history.
So you saying that he's lying?
Yeah, he's lying like a mother. He's lying like a mother.
Find that suspicious. He's lying.
Read on.
Truths we once considered hard but self-evident are now being erased before our eyes.
So they're going to take all of that, the history that they used to teach about slavery out of school and say, no, there was no slavery. But look at Beyonce. Look at what she was able to accomplish. Look at what Jay-Z, her and Jay-Z, they're married and they're able to do this. Look at 50 Cent. You know, this is our history now.
Yo,
read on.
Yeah. We gotta read this next.
Yeah, you gotta read
this paragraph.
This is
right
what
here.
I wanted to get to.
This is it right here.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to get to. Read that.
Over 30 state legislatures across the country have introduced bills to limit the discussion of racial history in a wave prompted by the emergence of critical race theory as a subject of political fear-mongering. But that's just the beginning. Over 300 books by predominantly black authors discussing race, gender, and sexuality were also banned in the last year alone.
Now you see that?
Yo.
You see this?
You gotta read. Start back at but in the middle. Go up right there.
But that's just the beginning. Over 300 books by predominantly black authors discussing race, gender,
Wow. That now all of a sudden it ain't just two no more.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
and sexuality.
And here we are. Make the effeminate black man. Let's create him. You can't make this stuff up. The whole joint is, that is crazy.
Hey, the key was
And
he
that
said
paragraph-
it's just the beginning.
Right.
It's just the beginning.
Because
It's just
history
started.
repeats itself.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
the one book they want to ban
It's
is
the
the
Bible.
one we're reading from right
Yep.
now.
That's what that's what this whole thing is gonna lead up to.
Right.
This whole thing is everything that's like I said at the beginning of the show, it's calculated. Right. It's calculated. They have to start somewhere, right? Mm-hmm. So they're gonna start on a lower level. You know what I mean? They're gonna start removing all the stuff out of the school. Then colleges, in college, the curriculum is gonna change. By the time these kids grow up, or by the time they go through middle school, high school, and get to college, they ain't gonna have their mind gonna be so gumped up with American philosophy, they ain't gonna have no type of emotional attachment to the conditions of their people.
Right.
They won't have no type of history to pull from mentally that will cause them to become revolutionary.
Right. Hey, and it started with the Bible being removed out of
Exactly.
it first.
Right.
Exactly.
Hundreds of years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Bible was removed first. Now they're seeing the Bible being associated with this history.
Yeah.
And now the history got to go too.
Exactly.
And then the Bible. Then they're going to try to remove that. That is crazy.
Look, and just for our people that think we ain't making this up, let's get that right quick. Give me First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 56. Because our people think, no way they're gonna take the Bible and ban the Bible.
Right.
Not our enemies. They wouldn't do that.
Okay.
Your friendly neighborhood white man.
Right. You
First-
got that? Read
Yes,
it.
sir. First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 56. And when they had rent in pieces the books of the law,
That's your Bible, the book of the law. Read.
which they found, they burnt them with fire.
They did what?
They burnt them with fire.
Tell me they didn't read it. They just burnt it.
No, they got to read. You got to read the next thing.
Read.
And wheresoever was found with any the book of the testament,
So if anybody had the Bible, go ahead.
or if any consented to the law, the king's commandment was that they should be put to death.
So if you had a Bible, you was put to death. You know how they was put to death? The same way we was put to death over here in America.
Right.
Hung.
Right.
Hung.
That's
When you read down, it was the same thing. Read 61 now.
Verse 61.
Matter of fact, read 60.
Verse 60. At which time, according to the commandment, they put to death certain women.
So you so-called black women and Native American women and Hispanic women, you ain't getting away neither. You with us. You with us. Go ahead.
that had caused their children to be circumcised.
So don't they got a movement now that they're trying to say to circumcise your children is abuse now? Go ahead.
And they hanged the infants
So go ahead.
about their necks.
So the 5-year-old that we just heard called the emergency thing last week,
Right.
you had the 12-year-old. All our kids could be hung. But our people sit up here and act like this stuff ain't happened before. They was hanging us before. Right. And all the way back then at this time, now, and they did so in America. And every now and again, you still get reports of it happening today.
Right.
Make
Hey,
this stuff
awesome script. Awesome script. That's fire right there. Hey, go back to the article. Back to that article. I saw the image y'all had up, but I don't want to leave this article just hanging out there yet. There's still some stuff.
Hey, that article is crazy.
There's
That
still
second
some,
paragraph is crazy.
There's still some information on
Fear
that.
monger. They want to prevent fear monger.
Go back to that. Yeah. Go start right back right there.
But that's just the beginning. Over 300 books by predominantly black authors discussing race, gender, and sexuality were also banned in the last year alone.
So in 1 year, over 300 books gone. Read on.
Yes, you heard me right. we're banning books again.
Read.
When your history is banned, how do you learn about your ancestors?
This is what they want. This is what they want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why? Because you can take this and you can line this up with scripture. Get that in Job 8:8.
Hey, why he getting that? What color were the men that wrote the Bible?
Black men.
So the black authors that they try and get rid of wrote the Bible.
Right.
Huh?
Again, and that's why they said we're banning books again. That's a call to the white man. White man is calling out these other white men. Hey, we're doing this again. Our forefathers did it. We're going to do it in our generation too.
Job 8 and verse 8, right?
Yes, sir. Job chapter 8, verse 8. For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to the search of their fathers.
See, the Bible is the ultimate source. The ultimate source of history, the ultimate source for rebuilding the black community, for rebuilding black men, is the Bible. Right. When we tap into that godlike power, that godlike character that is within us, but we have to search it out. We got to find it. We've been watered down and dulled down so much. We know that there's something in there. Growing up, you feel you just feel like you're supposed to be a man of power.
Right.
But like you brought out last week, by the time a third grader goes through their curriculum in school and go home through the summer, next thing you know, their mental capacity went down by the time they start school the following year.
Right.
They enter fourth grade with a lower IQ than they finished the third grade with.
Right.
Dang.
Why? Because they're doing a good job at the curriculum that they set forth for our children.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then they already know when you go home to the ghettos, the TV got them jacked up during the summer, the video games, the neighborhood that they got them in, that all plays a part into the minds of that child before he comes back to school, before we get to do the next phase of miseducating them in the public schools.
Right. We even went to camp. We was over there in Colony. And we, matter of fact, it was Day of Atonement. That young man came up, and he just got back from school, and he was basically quoting verbatim what he learned in
what
school,
the teacher taught him.
the hypothesis, the conclusion, how to put the thing together. But when it came to learning that Jesus is a black man,
he had not a clue.
He couldn't even
can't compute. That was a hard thing for him to put together because all he's learned in white man education is white man Jesus.
Exactly.
The destruction of our
now,
people.
I want to read that, but to line up with what Officer had read over at First Maccabees, read that in Job one more time, and then get First Maccabees 3:48. Well, we're gonna read down through verse 10.
Job chapter 8, verse 8. For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to the search of their fathers.
Once a black man understands that, his whole mentality is going to change. Prepare yourself for the search of your fathers. Prepare yourself for the history of your people.
Right.
You understand? Read on.
For we are but of yesterday and know nothing.
We don't know nothing. We're but of yesterday and don't know anything. You cannot grow up in this world and not know your history, your past, and think that you're going to be able to build a better future for your family and for your people.
And that's what dude was saying in the article.
Exactly.
Right.
Read on.
Because our days upon earth are a shadow.
Read.
Shall not they teach thee?
Shall not the history of searching out your forefathers teach you? That's going to help build you up. You're going to get an understanding of why Nat Turner was the way he is. Right. They don't want you reading that.
Right.
Don't read that history about Nat Turner because he used the Bible as the source that turned them into a revolutionary to break free from slavery. We don't need Negroes having no uprising based off of that Bible.
Right.
They don't want that thing. Get rid of them books. Get rid of them authors. Read on.
And tell thee and utter words out of their heart.
What kind of words are going to be uttered when you get the understanding that the men in this Bible are your forefathers? That Jesus Christ, you share the same bloodline as the black Messiah.
Right.
What's going to be your mentality if you grew up with that? So what do they have to do? They're going to get to the point where it ain't going to be no Bible. Right. They're going to try to get rid of the Bible. They have already implemented themselves as Christ, the modern day Christ, as a white man, Cesar Borgia. Right. This is what they've already given us. Go to 1 Maccabees 3:48.
1 Maccabees chapter 3, verse 48. and laid open the book of the law.
So here they are dealing with our book again. They laid open the book of the law,
wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
So in school, they want to get rid of they're going to get rid of the books. They want to get rid of anything that says black people have a rich history. Right. Black people have a
authority,
exactly,
power, understanding, wisdom.
Let's take that and let's change it and put it as Edomites. Let's put it as white people.
Exactly what they did.
That's what's going on here.
And teach the black people that they was in Africa butt naked swinging on a vine or something like that. That's our history.
Exactly. And it's because they got the power to do so. Get that in Micah. Micah 2, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Micah chapter 2, verse 1.
So that's what we're looking at. When we look at these articles, we look at these bills, even though I think this article right here, I believe is written by a black movement, if I'm not sure. Somebody do this research on it. Go stroll back up to the top of that article real quick. And this it's called the At Liberty Podcast. Look up that At Liberty Podcast. The movement to erase black history. Let's make it could be Esau. Hell.
Look,
maybe
they tell on each other.
Maybe they telling on each other again.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe their tongues is falling on them again. But read that in Micah while they get that.
Micah chapter 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity.
Come on.
And work evil upon their beds.
Ain't no secret who that is. We all know that is the devil, the white man. Come on.
When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand.
Read it one more time from the top.
Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds.
Upon what?
Upon their beds.
So all night, these devils, they just sit around and think of ways to keep black people oppressed. That's their job. Like the Edomite just said earlier, this is the bill from the Senate. Well, who in the Senate? It ain't black people.
No.
Right. Well, who is the House?
And the ones that's in there, they the House Negro.
Exactly. And what is the circle, or however you call it, the assembly of those that sit on the council in the House? Who are they? It ain't black people.
No.
Right.
No.
And the ones that are there, they're only there so that they can say they not racist. You know what I'm saying? They hire and put them there for a reason so that they can say, see, we got black people on the panel. We got black people that you just there. Like, you have no authority. You're just there to make it look good. Like the picture we saw yesterday when I forget what it was. It was during Bishop's class. They posted the picture. It was a Trump event. All Esau out there. You got one black dude in there standing up there looking like an idiot, sticking out like a sore thumb. Like,
unbelievable.
This is ridiculous. So read that again.
Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it.
They practice it. They wake up and they say, I got an idea. Let's get rid of all of the damn books of these black people that rose up against white people in America. We got to take that out of school. These black kids can't understand that. We got to take slavery out, because the white kid, our little white children, precious little white kids, they're going to have to grow up and experience the emotional damage from our people putting black people in slavery. Let's just take it out of school, period. This is what's going on. Because what?
Because it is in the power of their hand.
They got the power to do so.
That's racism.
Yes.
That's racism.
That's racism. But didn't Nikki Haley say that America was never racist?
Oh, God.
We going to get there.
We getting there.
We getting there.
Hey, yo, you got to think, though, like, so they doing this so they kids don't feel bad, right? So they don't care nothing about the black children that need to know what the heck happened. Right. So they're like, forget y'all. We worried about how our kids feel. Right. And because they can control it, they get up and they practice exactly what they thought. And at the same time in there, the main agenda is so y'all don't learn that y'all are the true Israelites. That's what they want to do, black people. Right. And at the same time, they want they little kids, little Beckies in them. They want them to say, hey, we're all friends. Right. And at the same time, stab and kill you when you go out on a darn trip with them.
You know, when we at camp sometimes and they come up, they be like, but I didn't do anything to you. Right. But I mean, why do you hate me? I didn't do it to you. It wasn't me. you benefit from it.
Right.
So it was you.
That check you get every month
Yeah.
for just doing nothing. Yeah.
It was you. It was you.
You know what's crazy about that scripture? That scripture is telling you that they working evil upon their beds.
Yeah.
And you know what? Our people think they dare to solve problems.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They sitting there trying to fix America, make America great again. No, they devising evil. You understand?
Yeah.
Hey, go back to Psalm 64 and 5.
Well, to them, making America great again is creating black problems.
Right.
Yeah, that's how you make America great.
Black suffering.
That's it.
Read verse 4.
Psalms chapter 64, verse 4. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
That's their whole purpose, to try to destroy those that's keeping God's laws and commandments.
Yep.
Read.
Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not.
They don't fear. Why? Because our people still asleep.
Yep.
You understand? That's why they don't fear. Read.
They encourage themselves in an evil matter.
Read.
They commune of laying snares privily.
That's what they doing up in them councils and those meetings in the White House. Right. Read.
They say, who shall see them?
They say what?
Who shall see them?
They say, hey, ain't nobody gonna see us.
Hey, give them the Super Bowl.
But guess what? We see them. We blowing that trumpet.
Yeah, give them the Super Bowl. That they won't see it.
Give
them
LeBron
the NCAA. Give them LeBron James.
Uh-huh.
They won't see what the heck going on. Matter of fact, show all kinds of stuff on TV. Put the rappers and all of them on TV while they having think tanks at nighttime to destroy us, and they get up in the morning executed. We still talking about the darn last person that got an award for sleeping around with all these different rappers and entertainers and stuff. Yeah. You can't make this stuff up.
Hey, somebody called in. We need you to cover this overtime. You got a few more hours you can cover? We'll pay you double.
No, I can't. I got other obligations. See, the sun is about to set.
But your obligation should be this company. You should have, this should come first, right?
Listen, I gave you a 40, and if you need overtime on Christmas and so-called New Year's, you got me. But it's Friday evening, and I got to go.
I'm not sinning.
Us going out and teach, and then the video's going out, we reach the world now with the gospel. But the music is as impactful, it being righteous music, is also sealing instruction in their head.
The seventh is your day, Cargoes, pressed up, Campbell's pilot.
You are now flying.
Southwest.
Okay, we pull up in the hood where they say it ain't safe. It's all good, little nigga, we straight. We ain't doing nothing wrong, we just tryna be great. And show them love in our enemies' face. They say it's a marathon, funny cause my guy racist. They hate this, we on the block with the basics. And we ain't talking nothing, just a sword, that's a Cambridge. And we don't care about what they say. Everybody put your hands up if you feel good today. Hit the brody up like what's good today. You hear me feel like you don't really feeling good today. Probably about to hit another hood today. Now I'm swerving on the fly mission, but we like to call it serving. Call on a hater, Iceman, George Gervin. Scriptures cutting deep, it's guaranteed to leave it hurt. And now tell me what the word is. We probably about to pull up in the hood where they say it ain't safe. It ain't safe.
A lot of these niggas be in chairs, they can't stand us. Hearing us marches like an anthem. Yeah, we hear the sick, the lame, we tell them stand up. But some of these niggas is bitter, they bring cancer. Some of these preach for higher, we bring answers. Like karate, we keep growing higher and higher. Store my treasure to heaven, that's a wire transfer. We in dangerous places, but we still safe. Waiting at home is a high place. Oh, you think you hard with your AK? I got 144K. Fighting over blocks, we don't take you serious. We teach from the Bronx up to Nigeria. Filling up my cup till it runs over. Going hard till I go home.
Okay, we pull up in the hood where they say it ain't safe. It's all good, little nigga, we straight. We ain't doing nothing wrong, we just tryna be great. And show them love in our enemies' face. They say it's a marathon, funny cause my guy racist. They hate this, we on the block with the basics. And we ain't talking nothing, just a sword, that's a Cambridge. And we don't care about what they say. Everybody put your hands up if you feel good today.
researching my entire life, trying to figure out where to fit in. Bishop pulled up on me and told me, Lil, I'ma get in. This was on the side, but we post up some like of fishing. This was well accepted, no longer know what we're getting. Super Saiyan demons and doctors, I'm like with Goku. 1611 King James Version, that's where we go to. Just keep on your seatbelt and know that there ain't no eating. And if you see them cherries and berries, don't get too scary, Mrs. Officer, Mrs. Officer. Please take the handcuffs off of us. We ain't heard nobody, so get off of us. And reading 1611 is the law for us. You ain't my kin, but excuse my friend. I represent the jungle, I'ma say that then. I remember Holy Spirit now from way back when. And I know you pulled me over, cause from way back
Bitch, we
then.
probably about to pull up in the hood where they say it ain't safe. It ain't safe.
It was awesome to see my black kings this morning, baby. My wife was right this morning. And that's what it's about.
We come out here for the solutions. God got the solution. God said, number one, marriage is honorable.
And black people stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you jump back to the article. Yeah, black people stupid. We don't got no damn. We ain't got no sense. No sense. Yeah, read that. Let's get on through it. Let me get through the article so we can get to some of the other clips.
When your history is banned, how do you learn about your ancestors?
Come on.
How do we learn from what's happened in the past and how it affects our present? When your culture is banned, how do you see yourselves? How do you belong? How do you celebrate the stories, music, food, and family that made you?
This is going into why they're going to get rid of this Bible.
Right.
Because all of that, everything that article just said is in the Bible.
And culture, white people culture ain't being banned.
No.
So it's only one people culture that's being banned.
Right. No. The whole idea.
I ain't going nowhere.
Once they can get rid of the majority of the books. That's why we gotta write books. You know what I'm saying? We got. You know, I was talking to Marshall. He know I'm in the publishing right now. Like my first book is almost there. Now it ain't got nothing to do with history, but I gotta get this first one off. Right. But publishing, we gotta be publishers, bro. We got to because they're gonna get rid of all of the history containing the truths about our people and the sufferings that we've been through. Right. That's if we don't act now, in 10 years, everything will be obsolete.
Right.
Their ultimate goal is to erase this,
right?
To get rid of this.
So while we're in this phase right here, let's read what the Bible say about them. What kind of history or what kind of publishing they're gonna put out here. They already do it. Psalm 58 verse 3. We cannot forget that we're dealing with an enemy. This enemy is gonna set up his propaganda. Go ahead.
Psalms chapter 58 verse 3.
Uh-huh.
The wicked are estranged from the womb.
The Lord knows our enemy better than we do. Right. So that's why we got to rely on the wisdom of God to deal with our enemy. He's estranged from the womb, meaning his purpose on this earth is to oppress us.
Exactly.
They go astray as soon as they be born.
As soon as they be born. They, like Bishop Yawasau say, their first cry is what? Read on.
Speaking lies.
When they say, wah,
you're
it's a lie. It's a lie. Read on.
Their poison is like the poison of a serpent.
So when they put these new propagandas out into the earth for our people to take in, it's poison. It destroys our mindset. It kills off every bit of value. That's why those books that they banned, it said race, gender, and sexuality. Yeah. Our roles, our God-given roles, they don't want us to find any inkling of information about that because there's wisdom in us following our God-given role. Where is that in the Bible? Titus 2. We find how to order our nation in Titus 2, but read on.
They are like the deaf adder.
A deaf adder, read on.
That stoppeth the ear.
They ain't
stoppeth her ear.
Black woman, black man, they not listening to you.
They don't understand. The death adder, that's a very poisonous snake.
Right.
Yeah.
The adder. The
soon
adder.
as they hit you, you
Yeah,
dead.
you dead.
You
right
done.
then.
Go ahead, read on.
Which will not hearken to the voice of charmers.
So, though you want to be friends with them, black woman, Black
as
man.
you want to stroke their hair
Right.
in court after they kill your relatives.
You can't love them.
They don't hear you.
Bitch. They a snake.
Exactly. Right. You know I was a snake. Bitch.
You knew I was a snake.
You knew I was a snake.
Don't forget who your enemy is, black man, black woman.
Right.
Finish that off.
Charming never so wisely.
You think that you can stroke them and love them into doing your people right,
They
but
ain't
you got to
gonna do
look at history to see that they've always been and always will be your enemy.
Exactly. Back to the article. We're gonna get through this article.
We trying, officer.
It's hard.
We trying. Mercy.
Yeah. Yes, right there.
At the ACLU, we believe that the First Amendment is so fundamental because it should stop this kind of erasure in its tracks. That's why we're meeting this surge of censorship with new litigation and fierce advocacy.
It ain't gonna help. Go ahead, read.
Joining us today to share more in Emerson Sykes, a senior staff attorney with the ACLU's speech.
Okay,
Yeah.
we could kill that. Now pull up Nikki Haley. The devil the Bible speaks of.
Oh man, that was what was that? They had something highlighted there?
Yeah, we nah.
Okay.
We don't need that. We can go right into because this right here is going along is along the same lines. We done transitioned anyway. This is going along the same lines of them taking that history out and how they want America to be represented or presented to the world. When the world can see under your skirt. Like the world knows the only reason that America has not been attacked and bombed yet is because of the Lord.
Right.
It's the Lord keeping these other nations from really destroying this place right now. Trust me, they want to.
Right.
They want to. They want to get up under that skirt and cause some damage.
Right.
But in due time. But America has to be presented as the country of wealth where everybody's coming to, live out their lavish lives and everything is good in America. She's not the whore that everybody thinks she is. She's actually a delicate, nice little, woman.
There go those lies again.
But that's those lies. But let's play that. Play that real quick. Now, we're going to take forever getting through it.
Days to what could be the most important day of Nikki Haley's political career, at least so far. The New Hampshire primary, to which her campaign is pointed as a potential display of viability, of electability. And yet, she's stuck getting a third, fourth, fifth crack at explaining why she doesn't think the United States, which allowed slavery for its first 90 years, has ever been a racist country. Watch.
Wow.
First of all, I will tell you, when you look at, the Declaration of Independence, it was that, men are created equal with unalienable rights, right? And my parents would always say, you may have challenges. And yes, there will be people who are racist, but that doesn't define what you can do in this country.
You're talking about the ideals of America. But what? America was founded institutionally on many racist precepts, including slavery.
But when you look at said all men are created equal, I think the intent was to do the right thing.
How? Pause right there.
Black people was in slavery when it was rope.
Hey, babe, I got to say something.
Go ahead, Austin.
I ain't going to let this slide.
Go ahead.
She
Bring it out.
said for the first 90 years. Hey, bro, I'm sitting here like 1492.
Right. Yeah, like 90 years. That didn't add up.
Yeah.
She don't know what the hell she's talking about.
They whitewashing again.
Yeah, that's that whitewashing.
That's why
again.
she's stuttering, because what she's trying to say, she know good goddamn well it ain't true.
She lying.
When America sees her, they're gonna see their first grade teacher.
Exactly. Right. That's what. And this is the image that this is what they're trying to
You got
portray.
a point there, Oscar.
This is what they're trying to portray. This is the image that they want us to see. America's not a racist country. I think that when we first came here, we were not trying to be a racist country.
We didn't want to be.
We didn't want to put black people in chains.
black skin,
We
baby,
wanted to
do
put the damn Indians in slavery, but they were too fierce.
Right.
This is what's going on here.
You can't make this up. Right. So why they didn't enslave each other then, since they wasn't trying to put us in slavery?
Listen, these folks right here.
You don't find that suspicious?
These folks, their whole idea is to present America or present herself, because she's running for president. she has to say the right things to get people on her side.
And the people she trying to get is black women.
That's
Right,
it.
but that's crazy.
Black women.
That's
Black
it.
women believe that crap.
What you saying, officer?
Hey, you mind if I I'm
No,
not
no,
gonna
go
detail the point, but I sent the video over to the thing in regards to that point.
Hey, that's all we needed from Nikki anyway. That her lies. we don't need nothing else. All we needed to show that she's a liar because we got some other videos we're gonna jump into. But go ahead.
Running for president here in South Carolina.
She said all men were created equal, and officer, you brought out, weren't we slaves?
Right.
When it was written is from the horse's mouth right here. Play that real quick.
It is possible to make the argument that Thomas Jefferson is the first person to truly articulate a theory of race in the United States. And in effect, he has to do so. He has said in the Declaration of Independence that we are all created equal. Well, if in fact we're all created equal, and if in fact we're entitled to our liberty, then how can he possibly own 175 slaves and going up to about 225 slaves at the...
Stop. That's their tongue falling on themselves.
We all created equal. Get your ass to work, nigga.
Right. Hey, you know,
You can't make this
Nikki Haley saying that, being the governor of South Carolina, she done forgot the history of South Carolina.
Exactly.
South Carolina was the first state to secede from the Union to keep slavery.
Right.
It's the last state to come back in from the Civil War.
Them niggas, Negroes fought like hell trying to get rid of the Confederate flag around here.
Right.
Over 60% of all our black people that's watching online came through Charleston, South Carolina alone.
Right.
Through the state where she say it's never been a slave country.
He said this has never been racist.
A whole government had to bring all of us over here. You can't make that stuff
It's
up.
never been a racist country.
Right. Yeah, read that. Paul, bring that over. Read that real quick.
Of that total, we know that approximately 150,000 to 200,000 Africans passed through the port of Charleston.
Now we know that number is
That
very,
number-
very low.
Yeah, that's a low. That's a low number.
It is very, very low.
Add another zero.
Yeah, add a whole. Exactly.
Of that total, we know that approximately 150 million to 200 million Africans passed through the port of Charleston in nearly 1,000 separate cargoes between the founding of the Carolina colony in 1670 and the legal prohibition of the transatlantic slave trade enacted by the United States Congress in 1808.
She said 90 years, though.
She a damn lie.
That alone is way more than 90 years.
Do we have any pictures of that boat ride over here? Because
I'm sure we
since
do.
it wasn't a racist country, maybe they was enjoying themselves coming over here.
Maybe it was a cruise ship.
Right. They
Maybe it
were
was
taking
a
the Royal
cruise.
Caribbean over, you know what I'm saying? Norwegian.
Man, this is
Carnival
crazy.
Cruise.
You can pull that up. That's from the book that Officer posted.
Yeah. So let's see. This is how you know they wasn't having fun. That's how they was on there. That was a drawing of Denmark Vesey when Coretta Scott had wrote this essay about him. Scroll back up. Scroll back up to the paragraph, right? Start where it says he. So this right here is when he got to Charleston. This is what he remembered. Let's see if we was having fun.
He remembered his chores as the captain's personal slave. He recalled the first time he accompanied the captain on a trip to buy slaves in Africa.
Go ahead.
He pictured the men, women, and children who were stuffed into the hold of the ship, where many of them died.
And many of them died because they was using the bathroom, defecating on each other, all kinds of stuff, getting sick and everything. Go ahead.
Some wore looks of pride or fear or anger.
Of what? Of fear or anger? And it's the pride because they didn't want to be broken. Not the pride that, hey, we on a boat. No, they had the pride look because they didn't want to be broken. Go ahead.
Others showed no emotion at all. They simply willed themselves to die rather than endure the pain and humiliation of enslavement.
So you mean to tell me they didn't have a good time on the boat ride?
Not at all.
Read the last part. Let's see what happened, because this is where she gets that it's not a racist place from.
Vesey remembered, too, how the captain got richer and richer from these trips, wealthy enough to move to Charleston and leave the slave trading business.
There you go. That's why she said that.
So, and it's just amazing. There's so much history out there that our people don't tap into. Meanwhile, they're trying to erase it. They're trying to get rid of this history. Why? Because Denmark Vesey DeMar Vesey was a revolutionary.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was a revolutionist. If that whichever word you want to choose to use.
And what sparked his revolutionary mindset and actions is the very same book that we're reading right now.
Exactly. That's why when you read that, like we read in Job 8 and 8, you gotta do the research. Hey, give me that Ecclesiastes 7 and 7 because, and then get Ecclesiastes 7 and 7. Pull up them articles where the black guy. We got not the articles, the videos where Jake is.
Gracious.
Yeah, so not that one. We're gonna get to that one. First, I want. The other dude, not him. Go back. One of those. Yeah, that right there. Read that Ecclesiastes 7 and 7.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
When you see the condition that your people live in, you're supposed to feel. Listen, you're supposed to feel some type of way.
Right.
You look at how all the other nations have authority over us, how they're able to live at a better quality of life than us. Right. And you look at the condition of your people, and you don't wonder why we in this condition. You don't question how we can get out of this condition. Why are we the ones oppressed like this? This oppression is supposed to make you mad enough that you want to do something about it.
That proves that our people are not wise anymore.
No, read on.
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
They think the freedom that they got, the freedoms that they think they got, that little thought of a gift has made black people crazy as hell.
Right. Yep, and destroyed.
How crazy? We're gonna see how crazy right now. Play a few of these clips. I want the ones with this black dude specifically interviewing this Edomite.
Me or this white rock right here?
Pause.
Look at this shirt.
Notice exactly. Notice his shirt. Negroes like you cannot listen. Negroes like this, they need to be destroyed. Yeah. If they don't want to repent, I wish we could just round them all up, take them to a cliff somewhere, put them in a hole, because they cannot add to the resurrection of our people.
Right.
Negroes like this, they hinder the process, man.
Right.
They hinder the growth of a nation, man. Yeah. Play on.
Me or this white rock right here? Be honest. Don't lie to me.
The rock, it serves a purpose. There's a lot of those little white rocks we got a road.
What if I move next door?
Well, there's nothing I can legally do about it.
Have you ever slept with a black girl?
No.
Would you ever sleep with a black girl?
No.
Labor Day or Black History Month?
Labor Day.
If it was up to you, would you want all black people gone?
I wouldn't want to be around them.
You see that? But now Nikki said, America's not a racist country.
Right.
But you got a whole nation of people that feel just like this dude right here.
You don't find that suspicious?
Now you got some of our people out there. They see this and they laugh at it. It's comical to them. I mean, some of the stuff that he come out, it could be in a sense it could be comical, but this shit ain't funny.
No, not at all.
This ain't funny.
He's that charming ever so wisely, but he don't realize that poison is about to be on his ass too.
Exactly.
I'm gonna tell you, most I don't even like brothers to do that in wickedness. Hey, give me Psalms 55 and 12, because like you say, that irks my spirit.
Right.
To see how people move and act like that, cooning for these evil bastards, man. Read.
Psalms chapter 55, verse 12. For it was not an enemy that reproached me, then I could have borne it.
Yeah, guess what? There's a lot of things we can deal with. We can deal with our enemy because that's what he was created for, to be our enemy. But it's our own people that do stuff that pisses us off. Read.
Neither was it he that hated me that did magnify himself against me, then I would have hid myself from him.
You know what? If it had been our enemies, I could deal with that. But when it's our own people doing this stuff that make us look bad, that's this type of stuff that makes our spirit boil. That's why we got to come back to this Bible so we can know how to stand up like real men.
Right. Read the next verse. That's what it go to.
But it was thou.
So here's the part where, like you said, officer, where this what we can't stand. Go ahead.
A man, mine equal.
A man, our equal, our own brothers and sisters doing this to us. Go ahead.
My guide and mine acquaintance.
Mine acquaintance. Our own, it be your own people. Ain't that what they say? It be your own people.
Hey, my granddad used to say, granddaddy jokes be. You remember them things at times. Right. My grandfather used to say, "A nigga ain't ish, riding or walking."
Damn.
Hey, for real though, he said a nigga ain't ish, riding or walking. He gonna get you. He gonna stab you in the back one way or another. But it be brothers like this because of the way technology is set up, because of the way that they've given us a platform to kind of have some words to say to draw attention to you, to get your own little audience. Right. This is what we do.
Right.
This is what we do.
And fueling the same hatred that is against our people still to this day.
Exactly. Hey, go to the next clip. Of the same dude doing the same ish with the same Edomite.
Have you seen the video?
I don't know why people think we would have animosity towards one another.
I mean, I think we're best friends.
Notice this is pause. This is a different Trump shirt.
Right.
This is a game to him.
Right. Think about the message that it sends, though. He's dealing with a racist white person.
Yeah.
And he's wearing a Donald Trump shirt.
Right.
So that means that, okay, all white people aren't racist, and black people, you need to follow Trump because Trump does not support racist white people like that. It's all confusion. They using their media now to push their agenda to get black people even more destroyed and confused to follow another racist white man.
That's what we went over. That's what we said earlier. They have created a new type of man. They created a new type. They ain't got to go do the bidding. They going to put niggas like this in place and they help build. I guarantee you his algorithm be jumping.
Yeah, right.
I guarantee you he get all the clicks and hits on his videos because he's doing stuff like this right here.
Right.
Things that oppose the rising of the nation. Things that oppose black men being stern about their people and wanting something better for their people. Play on. Oh, that was it on that? Play it again.
Have you seen the video?
I don't know why people think we would have animosity towards one another.
I mean, I think we're best frins.
No.
Like I can say, no, hell no. Don't think that.
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite racial slur?
What one would you like me to use for you?
When was the last time you said the N-word?
Oh, been days.
What is Memphrica?
Memphis in Africa. Go down to Memphis. You drive through. There's enough blacks there to make a Tarzan movie every day of the week.
But I'd be the screensaver of your phone, the selfie of me and you. You wouldn't hang that on your wall?
Hang it on the wall. Hang it, huh?
Name 5 black people.
Michael Jackson. Most of the time.
Now see,
they made it comedy.
This is comedy for people. Bro, this shit ain't comedy, bro. Our people are suffering at a great degree. And he could be out there speaking on conditions in the neighborhood, speaking on conditions about his people, and trying to raise the awareness of his particular neighborhood, but he choose to go out and be an enemy to his own people. Because that's what he is. He's an enemy to his own people. Because you got brothers and sisters that's going to watch that. They're going to watch it, laugh. How many views that thing got?
That's somebody that was raised by a single mother.
Yeah, man. Ain't no doggone black father just going to allow that crap.
Bro, it's just the fact that you got brothers like, he ain't the only one. There's some more. We got more. I know we going past our time a little bit today, but go to the next clip. Don't worry about the views. Go to the next one. What's the next one? Play that too. Share. There you go.
I got calls from as far away as Ireland asking, is Zinc the most racist town in America?
Now, what's your thoughts on that?
I told them, well, we used to be, but we lost the title. But don't worry, we'll get it back next year.
But Nikki Haley said America's not racist.
Right.
Now, this is just, I don't know where this is taking place at. I don't know what state. Don't give a damn.
Right.
But the fact is, these people are all over America.
Mm-hmm.
America is racist, regardless of how you want to put it. But black people think it's cool. Like they've landed in some particular space of freedom where because they get to exercise certain rights. This next one,
Juneteenth holiday.
Oh wow!
Right. I never heard of Juneteenth till a couple years ago.
Yeah, me neither. Till I came into the truth.
That's ridiculous. Play this clip right here. This is how far.
Is America?
Let me preface it. This is how far we've fallen. This is the mindset of black people, dumbass black people in America, who think that they have been awarded freedom. Play that.
Is America a systemically racist country?
My answer is no, because inanimate objects cannot be racist. I
Pause.
think we're just.
It said a systematically.
She
racist.
says inanimate objects cannot be racist. What? Somebody tell me.
Yeah, what is
Tell me
inanimate?
what she talking about, please.
Right, let's look that up.
What is? Well, I don't. I'm confused as hell.
Right.
She says inanimate objects can't be racist.
I believe she's saying America is just the platform for Esau. America, the structure of America is in. You can't touch it.
I don't know. I'm black.
It's a people.
Tell me what tell me what the definition is.
Inanimate says inanimate describes a non-living thing. So she's stupid as hell.
That's that.
Talking about America.
That's that. I got an education. I got a degree mindset that we was talking about. That's what that is.
What Bishop them say was
She
a
walk
sister walking
she walking around with a damn degree in her pocket. I got a degree.
That's what
That's
she
these
tried to
sisters
do.
right here.
So
Educated
she
dummies.
put two and two together when they say is America racist, that they're talking about the people that run America.
Yeah.
She's saying inanimate, it describes a non-living thing. Chairs, baseballs, sofa cushions, and sadly snowmen are all inanimate objects. So America,
the continent,
So the system,
the continent.
No one created that system.
Listen.
It just popped up.
Now here's what pisses me off. Play it back from the beginning. Let me just wait.
I'm trying to see.
Play it from the beginning. But here's what pisses me off. This weak ass Negro at the top. He is. You gotta listen to him. What he's saying. Let's get it. Come on, sister. We can't deal with men like this right here. Brothers like this right here got to go, man. I'm telling you, we got to get rid of them. They got to go, bro. They cannot help us in this fight. If they can't change, I think it should be a law implemented between the Israelites and these brothers that's like this right here. Look, if you can't change, this is what we're going to have to do to you, bro. Like, this is what's going to happen to you. You know what I'm saying? You in the way.
As long as they live it, they got a chance.
I'm just saying, they got a chance to repent, but damn it. Bro, press play, please.
Is America a systemically racist country?
My answer is no, because inanimate objects cannot be racist. I think we're just as racist as the people that are here. We're going to always be as racist as the people that we put in power. True. But if there is some certain rights that I don't have as a black person, someone forgot to tell me. Because when I woke up this morning, I was free to come and go as I pleased. I came here as free as I wanted to be. And everything that I've done in life, I've done it because I wanted to, and no one has stopped me from doing that.
Come on. It's like the left gets so caught up in trying to recover from things that happened in the past, we forget to look at life for what it is right now. Take advantage of opportunities that we have right now to push each other forward. Why are we still talking about slavery? Why are we still talking about reparations? Why are we still talking about systemic racism? When you know in today's time right now, we freer than we ever been in a very long time. This is another reason why I made my book Leaving the Past, man. Because being stuck in the past is like a mental illness. You stuck on things that happen, and these things, they no longer affect you in no type of way. But because you still have some type of emotional bond connected to it, you let it destroy whatever you building right now in the future. Hell, you basically let it destroy your future. And it's stupid, man. We supposed to learn from the past, not let the past hinder us from progression as a people.
All right, take this Negro off.
This dude right here, this would have been who Mark Vesey would have walked up to on the sidewalk and said, "You deserve to be a slave."
Right. Yeah.
That's him.
Harriet
and
Tubman
that
would
sister.
have put a bullet in his head.
She would have killed him, because we can't take you nowhere, like you said. Bro. You can't make that stuff up.
This Negro said that we should not be talking about slavery because these things ain't got nothing to do with our condition right now. We freer than we ever been.
That's why them 300 books was taken out.
Right.
Esau and them is clapping their hands. They standing up and toasting with champagne bottles. We did it. That's how they talking. Because of him.
He wants you to learn from your history from the same people that got us in slavery.
Exactly. He wants you to learn your history from the same ones that are continuously shooting you down in the streets. The same one that's dragging your black woman out of their damn hair salon. The same ones that shooting you in your back when you walk out of the store and because you didn't buy nothing, it appears as though you stole something when you didn't. The same ones that raped robbed, murdered, pillaged your people. That's who you want. You don't want us to remember those things. Like you want us to push that to the side. The Lord ain't pushing it to the side. The Lord Himself is coming back to avenge the Israelites.
Right.
So how can we forget that?
Right.
How can we not deal with that?
Matter of fact, we ain't gonna forget it.
No.
Now, hey, let's get Ezekiel 35. Let's start at verse 2.
That sister said we're always going to be as racist as the people that we put in power.
She's stupid.
But she said it's not racist, though.
She's stupid.
It's an oxymoron, a contradiction.
She's an inanimate object.
Right.
Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 2. Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir.
That's the so-called white man. Read.
And prophesy against it.
We're going to prophesy against it. We ain't going to forget. We ain't going to sweep it under the rug. Jump down to verse 5.
Verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
They had a what?
A perpetual hatred.
Their hatred against the Israelites has never ended. They hate your guts. They ain't trying to walk hand in hand with you. They're having secret councils to destroy your past, destroy your history.
And the proof is them.
Right.
They're proving it's working.
Exactly.
On some of our people, not all our people.
Read.
And has shed the blood of the children of Israel.
They shed the blood in the past, and they continue to shed blood to this very day. Read.
By the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end.
So when that time of our punishment should have been an end, guess what? They still got their foot on your neck. They turning it up still right now.
Go ahead, man. That's a fact. Go ahead, officer.
Get Jeremiah chapter 2. Jeremiah chapter 2, because that's the issue with our people now. 2 verse 14. Our people don't even realize what slavery is. We grow up and we get those gifts that the officer was talking about, and now we're completely destroyed. Read that.
Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 14.
Go ahead.
Is Israel a servant?
So a question is being asked, is Israel a servant? We are the servants right now. We have to serve our enemies, and Deuteronomy 28:48 says, for food, water, clothing, and everything that we need today. Even that fool on a video. Yep. He got to serve his enemies just to do his podcast. Read on.
Is he a homeborn slave?
Now, if anybody should know who a homeborn slave is, should be the so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Exactly.
Walking around with the names Johnson, Williams, Thompson, the same names as their oppressor. Read that again.
Is Israel a servant?
Go ahead.
Is he a homeborn slave?
Go ahead.
Why is he spoiled?
So the question should be, why are we destroyed now as a people? Why is he spoiled? That's what they want us to forget. Right? One more thing with Christ. Get Matthew 17. We're dealing with slavery here. Christ taught what rulership is and what servitude is. Right? Matthew 17, verse 24.
Matthew chapter 17, verse 24. And when they were come to Capernaum, they that received tribute money came to Peter.
So they that received tribute money, tax money, they came to Peter. Read.
And said, doth not your master pay tribute?
So they're asking, they're tempting, asking to see if Christ pays taxes. Peter's master. Read on.
He saith, yes. And when he was come into the house, Jesus prevented him, saying,
Go ahead.
What thinkest thou, Simon? Of whom do the kings of the earth take custom or tribute?
So now Christ is about to teach Peter a valuable lesson that all of our people today that are destroyed and that are mind jacked by the media and by the powers that be, this racist government, who are the slaves, right? Read on.
Of their own children or of strangers?
So he's asking, who do these people take tribute money from? Their own children or of strangers, the slaves? Read on.
Peter saith unto him, of strangers.
Peter says unto him, of the strangers, of the other nations. Read.
Jesus saith unto him, then are the children free.
That's what freedom is. When you, Isaiah 14, verse 1, when you're the ruler and your servants are paying tribute to you, that's freedom.
And that tribute is taxes.
Taxes, exactly.
That sister that was on us, she paid taxes.
Exactly.
That brother, he paid taxes to people that don't look like us.
Let me get something on that.
Yes, sir.
Isaiah 30 and verse 12. Because this is where our black people are nowadays. You got that?
Yes, sir. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 12. Wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel.
Go ahead.
Because ye despise this word.
Because we don't want to accept our identity according to the Bible and what God requires of us. Read.
And trust in oppression.
That's why we can say we're free. That's why we'll rest in that thought, that mindset. Read on.
And perverseness.
And perverseness. Now much more sin is growing in us. Read.
And stay thereon.
We don't want to leave from the comforts that the white man gives us here in America. We don't want to leave from that because we don't see the value in us coming back to God. We see all the value in staying at the bottom of society. Read on.
Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall.
This is why we stay destroyed as a people throughout generations. Finish that off.
Swelling out in a high wall.
Go ahead.
Whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant.
So at any given time, whenever we start building back up, whenever we start coming back into the unity, they can break us apart because our mindset is stuck on perverseness and
ain't that what they did with Black Wall Street?
Yes.
So you telling me that sister that didn't feel like she was a slave and anything that she can get, she's bound to have a nigga wake up moment?
Yes.
At any moment.
At any moment.
At any moment, she could have her house painted like LeBron did.
Right.
She could try to buy a house and be denied because it's a white neighborhood like Oprah did.
Or like who?
Oprah.
No, not Oprah.
Yeah, Oprah can't move on King Street in Charleston right now.
Oh, wow. Why? She got all that money?
Right.
America ain't racist, is it?
Hey,
unbelievable.
That's what the governor of South Carolina said.
Right.
Hey, real quick, go back to that last video we played, cause he said some stuff that kind of pissed me off, had my mind tweaking for a second.
Bro, that's crazy.
Start back. No,
the other one with the sister.
Yeah, right there. Just kind of skim back. Right there, about somewhere up in there. Play from right there. Let me
Do
see
it have
something.
her name on there? Did it have a sister name on there?
Forgot what her name is.
Okay.
Nah, play from right there. Yeah, right there.
Push each other forward. Why are we still talking about slavery? Why are we still talking about reparations?
Pause
Why
it.
are we still talking about...
Pause it, because we're going to have to dissect it, because he want to know why. Why are we still talking about slavery? Because we still slaves, damn it.
Right.
The hell you mean? Why ain't you talking about it?
Right.
We are yet this day slaves. Get that in Baruch, man. The hell is wrong with this guy? I'm telling you, man. I had to let y'all talk before
bring it out.
Because
Bring it out.
it was balling in my damn stomach, bro. Like, what the hell is wrong with niggas, man? Read that.
Baruch chapter 3 verse 8.
Come on.
Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
This is why we still talking about slavery, bro. You got a light bill.
Right.
You got rent. You were born to rule the earth. And now you over here in America paying bills. And you talking about why we talking about slavery. Because I'm tired of working.
Right.
I'm tired of being a damn slave. That's why we talking about it. Read on.
Where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse.
He want to know why we still talking about things in the past, because we have been scattered according to the prophecies in the Bible, Deuteronomy chapter 28, for breaking God's commandments. We've been scattered all across the earth, and we have lost our identity. We've lost nationality. We've lost our God-given sense to even want better for our people.
Right.
That's why we still talking about it. Your dumb ass, read.
And to be subject to payment.
To be subject to what?
To payment.
Read.
According to all the iniquities of our fathers.
According to all the iniquities of our father. This is why we got to continue to go back and study and talk about slavery. We don't give a damn about no reparations. We don't want no reparations, but we want the earth. We want rulership. We want the kingdom of heaven on earth. That's what we want. That's why we still talking about it. And we trying to wake brothers like this up. We got to fire up brothers like this and hope that they got some inkling of a man within them ball sacks that they walking around with to come to stand up for the word of God, to want to stand up for their people.
Right.
Hey, play on, man, because he got a bunch of dumb stuff to say, and we going to, don't let me be the only one, because I will. Come on.
Slavery. Why are we still talking about reparations? Why are we still talking about systemic racism when you know...
Pause. Give me the picture of George Floyd on the ground begging for his mama.
Right. So he don't care nothing about that.
No, he don't give a
He
damn.
don't care nothing about Sandra Bland.
No.
He don't care nothing about Emmett Till.
I wish we had the image of that was posted on Class with all of those brothers and sisters that have been murdered and killed here in this country. Put George Floyd up there with put that one right there, make it big, and then I want you to find the image. Go and find the image of all those. Or just Google black people gunned down by the police.
Hey, that go with what Oscar Marshall was reading.
Yeah.
This right here could be any man at any point in time in this country.
Right.
Period. And this man says there is no racism when this can happen to you and nothing happens to the person that killed you as long as they don't look like you.
Bro, he got what? How much you think he weighed? 160 pounds. Now he ain't all of that in his body weight, but he got at least partially half of his body weight in that man's neck.
Yeah.
And you wonder why we talking about racism. Why are we talking about systematic racism? Because this is systematic racism right here.
Because you had a crowd, you had other police officers there. They didn't tell them to stop. They ain't say, man, get off of them. They didn't grab them and say, look, don't kill them. They watched them do it. And no one could do nothing about it because the system would have arrested whomever would have jumped in to try to help this brother or killed them too.
Hey, yeah, you just sent that image over there?
The images of all the people.
Yeah, send put that up. Put that up. And then while you getting that, play the Negro again. Play the Negro. Why are we talking about it? Why you ain't talking about it? You got a platform.
Systemic racism. When you know in today's time right now, we freer than we ever been in a very long time.
That don't even make sense.
Another reason why I
Hold
made
on.
my book lead.
That don't.
Wait until that stuff hit home. Like when that stuff hit close to home, that's when everybody all of a sudden, why didn't nobody say nothing? Y'all gonna come down for us.
He said we
somebody gonna come speak up for us.
He said we freer than we ever been. Right. Well, hell, when was that? Yeah. Before we came into captivity in America? No. Because we was in captivity before that. When's the last time we have been really free as a people? When?
It's been a while.
Brothers like this ain't got no clue. He has no idea of what real freedom really is. You free when you ain't gotta pay no damn taxes. Right. Well, you free when you ain't gotta wake your ass up and go to work the next day. When you gotta beg for a damn day off. Yeah, share that right there. Pull that over. All of these brothers and sisters right here have been gunned down recently.
Right. And those are products of racism.
Right.
Living in this racist society.
Systematic racism. But America ain't racist. So says Nikki Haley. This didn't happen in America.
Right. And those people don't look like you.
You can't make it up, man. Go back to the Negro. Go back to the Negro. And this is why we gotta turn up on brothers like this. You got to, because it's these weak men that have a platform that people will get behind. They ain't gonna get behind the prophets of the Lord that's pushing the truth to them, but they'll get behind ideas like this. Play on.
Why are we still talking about reparations?
Stop
Why
right
are
there.
we still
Stop.
talking about
why are we
systemic
still talking about reparations, nigga? Because you did not get reparations.
Right.
Exactly. God says
but look, but all the other nations
thank you.
that claim they went through slavery, they got reparations for nothing.
Right.
For 6 years.
Right.
So-called.
The Japanese,
Japanese, all of them get reparations and we get zero.
Right. Get Deuteronomy 28 verse 31.
That is crazy.
Right? Because he
crazy.
says, why are we still the reason why our people rob, steal, we live in these ghettos and things of that nature now is because we did not get reparations. And the fact that when we tried to build ourselves back up, they destroyed it. It should show you, black man, that you're jacked up in the head. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 31.
Go ahead.
Thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes.
That's why they want to remove Native American history for what they did to the cattle of the Native Americans. Read.
And thou shalt not eat thereof.
Go ahead.
Thine ass shall be violently taken away.
Reparations, we were promised what? 40 acres and a mule. That's that ass right there. Read.
From before thy face.
Go ahead.
And shall not be restored to thee.
He says we will not get reparations. So that should wake you up to the point to know that why are we still talking about because we did not get it, Negro. Mm-hmm. And the reason why we didn't get it is because God said we weren't going to get it. He has to keep his foot on our necks until we wake up. And these brothers are going to get that Negro wake-up call very soon. Finish it off.
Thy sheep shall be given unto thine enemies.
Go ahead.
And thou shalt have none to rescue.
You don't even understand that your enemies are the only people that have us in the situation that we're in now.
That's it.
A friend would not do this to an entire nation of people.
Right.
They do not love us. We're completely destroyed.
Good. Black people don't get reparations, but Israelites do. And I want to get that. Isaiah, let's go to Revelation. It's going to get straight to the point. We're going to get justice. If we keep the faith in Christ and keep God's commandments, there's a reparations for us. But it ain't going to be monetary and with white man on the face of the money. This is our reparations. Go ahead and read that. Revelation 13.
Revelations chapter 13, verse 10.
Uh-huh.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
So all the atrocities that have happened to our people, God says there is a recompense for that thing. And as long as we do right, we're going to see that recompense.
Hey, don't put the image up there while he talking. Put it up there while he talking.
Right. These are the types of atrocities that have happened to our people throughout history.
That's a kid, man.
That's a child. And we can go. See,
and the Edomite was mocking that hanging. You said they'd hang it up on the wall or something like that, right?
Right.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, but we're going to dash their babies across stones too. Read on.
He that killeth with the sword
Go ahead.
must be killed with the sword.
Must be killed with the sword. So they put us into slavery, they're going to be our slaves.
Right.
They killed our people. Guess what? The recompense, when Christ comes back, he's going to be destroying all the nations.
Well, we're going to get that in a minute. Go ahead.
Right. And guess what? Then he's going to give us power to go kill the nations as well.
Y'all have fun.
That's
what he gonna tell us.
Enjoy your time. Enjoy your time. Because when we get that power and resurrected in that new body, this is what we're waiting on. That's why we keep the faith like we do.
Yes, sir.
That's all, you done on that?
Yes. Sir.
Oh,
there's some more on that. What was that? Go ahead. Finish off.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. All we got to do is keep the faith. That patience goes into us dealing with acknowledging that we've sinned against God and that these atrocities are going to happen to our people. All we got to do is endure that affliction until Christ returns. That's what the patience and the faith of the saints really is. Black men, black women, wake up. Come back to your God.
That's right.
All praises. And so in dealing with all that, and all of the scriptures and the articles, and just looking at the condition of the people and brothers like this, I don't even want to play them no more because he pissing me off.
Right.
But without this Bible, there is no resurrection for our people. Without the understanding of what's going on in this in history in this book, there's no resurrection. The Lord is gonna fight for us, but we gotta come back to the commandments. We got to come back to the commandments of God. So why are we still talking about it? Why are we always talking about slavery and dealing with what's happened in the past? Because without that, we can't understand our future.
Right.
We can't understand what we're supposed to do without these scriptures.
Right.
All right. Give me that in Luke. Get Luke 18:8 real quick. Luke 18 and verse 8. Because the reading of these scriptures is what's going to cause us to come back to the commandments of God and change our lives. And this is the ultimate goal for them, for us not to change, for us to continue in the sin and continue living in the conditions that we live in. Read what you got.
Luke chapter 18, verse 8.
Start at verse 7.
Verse 7. And shall not God avenge his own elect?
Hold on. Get Isaiah 45 for elect. So we know who it's talking about. Because this Bible is talking about the Israelites. Remember, the Bible is what sparked the insurrection with Nat Turner, with Denmark, with all of those black leaders that history that they want to get rid of. The Bible caused all these brothers to wake up to want to become free men, to want to become revolutionary men.
Right.
Read that.
Isaiah chapter 45, verse 4. For Jacob, my servant's sake, and Israel, mine elect.
Israel is God's elect. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Those same brothers that we showed on that picture a few minutes ago that have been shot down by the racist police in this country. Read on.
I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me.
Go back to that in Luke chapter 18 and verse 8.
So black man, even though you don't know that's your name, that's who you are.
Right.
That's who you are. That's what that scriptures say. Even though you don't even know you an Israelite, that's who you are.
Right. Read that verse. Read verse 7 again.
Luke chapter 18, verse 7. And shall not God avenge his own elect?
Shall not God avenge his own elect? His own people. Yes, he put us in this condition, but we caused ourselves to be put in the condition for disobeying the commandments of our Father. You can put it up there for disobeying the commandments. Read on.
Which cried day and night.
Who cried day and night, sending prayer, Lord, please get us up out of this condition. Please avenge us. Please take the oppressor off our necks. Read.
Though he bear along with them.
The Lord bear along with us. He's been merciful, but he had to allow these things to happen to us. Come on.
I tell you that he will avenge them speedily.
He's going to do what?
He will avenge them speedily.
What seems like such a long time for us, it ain't a long time for God. Right. What we're going through and what we suffer through, it's just a small and short thing to the Most High God, to his son, Jesus the Christ, what we're going to have to go through. But he's going to avenge us speedily. Come on.
Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth?
That's what we got to be doing. We got to have a faith on earth. We got to have a faith in the Son that he's going to redeem us. He's going to fight for us. How we going to know that if we got dumbass brothers and sisters like this dumbing down the people?
Right.
How we going to know that if we see them getting rid of the books in the school? We see them destroying the history so that our youth can't wake up and learn the nationality and learn the different things that their people have done in this country. How are we going to get to that point? How are we going to learn to keep the faith if the brothers and sisters that's going out on the streets don't teach them?
Right. Hey, they got their judgment. They got their judgment. Go Isaiah 13. Isaiah 13. They got their judgment. Shoot, the ones that brothers like this and sisters like that, if y'all don't repent, here's your judgment. You think you gonna look, and all of them look. Most of them probably Christians, or they got that Christian mindset. Right. Read that 13 and 14.
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 14. And it shall be as the chaste roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up.
Go ahead.
They shall every man turn to his own people.
So when it all hit the fan, they not taking your behind in and helping you. So they gonna turn to their own people. So all of the races is gonna go back to their own race. Go ahead.
And flee every one into his own land.
Go ahead.
Every one that is found shall be thrust through. And every one that is joined unto them.
You want to join unto your oppressor and tell them that, listen, I want to be with you. There is no racism or systematic racism going on in this country. It says you also shall be thrust through. You're going to be put to death. Go ahead.
And every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
That's your judgment because you can't see it and because you deny what's in your face every day. Unbelievable.
All praises. Hey, give me Romans. We over our time. Give me Romans 12 and 19 real quick.
We been over our time.
We been over.
We good.
Yeah, we gotta come to a close. We gotta come to a close though. I'm straightening my glasses like old boy, cause I know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Getting crazy over here. Come on, read that.
Romans chapter 12, verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves.
The Lord said, don't avenge yourselves. Come on.
But rather give place unto wrath.
Give place unto wrath. Read.
For it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Lord.
So the Lord is going to repay our enemies for what they've done to us. All right? Y'all got any closing remarks? I see Marshall over there.
They see, look. They need to see those images. That's what the Lord's recompense going to look like. This place will be on fire.
I am stewing a little bit. Let me get this off my chest.
Go ahead, get it out. Get it out, bro.
Because when black people hear the word racist, they get a little stigma, kind of like anti-Semitic, right? But when we go back to what God is a racist. He put us as his favorite nation upon the face of the earth.
Hey, say it again. The Lord is what?
God is a racist.
Oh, I think that's the title. God is racist God is more racist than America.
Right. Let's get some proof on that. Nehemiah 9 verse 2. And then I want Sirach 20. Nehemiah 9 verse 2. Because as the children of God, we shouldn't be wanting to be hand in hand with our enemy. At the end days, we're going to have to go back to our own people anyway. So what should it be set up as? Go ahead, read that. Nehemiah 9 verse 2.
Nehemiah chapter 9 verse 2. And the seed of Israel.
The seed of Israel, which are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, read.
Separated themselves.
Separated themselves from who?
From all strangers.
From all the other nations. We separate ourselves because we don't have any commonality.
Ain't no benefit.
Ain't no commonality there. We're a different people. God set us above. Read on.
And stood and confessed their sins and the iniquities of their fathers.
Because we were seeking the Lord. We were seeking the Lord's wisdom. We were seeking his understanding, right?
There's no benefits of being joined to them, only death.
Right.
That's it.
So watch this. Now, in seeking the Lord, get Sirach, what is that, 2026? Or 2620. Dealing with our race. Go ahead.
Sirach chapter 26, verse 20.
This is what happens when we seek the Lord. Read.
When thou hast gotten a fruitful possession
Go ahead.
through all the field, sow it with thine own seed.
Go ahead.
Trusting in the goodness of thy stock.
In the goodness of your people. Go ahead, read on.
So thy race.
Your race is you are an Israelite.
That's right.
That's your race. What's going to happen with our race when we seek the Lord? Read.
Which thou leavest shall be magnified.
The Lord is going to magnify the race of the Israelites. He's going to put us back on top and back in rulership. Read on.
Having the confidence of their good descent.
We come from good stock, but guess what? With all these propagandas, with all these wicked counsels and devices, they're trying to take us away from understanding that we come from good people. Who are our forefathers? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right. That's where we come from, but they don't want us to learn that. So, black man, be aware of the propaganda that they're setting against you and come back to the Bible. It is our solution.
Right. All praises. Hey, why are you looking at yourself on the screen?
Nah,
hey,
he was. Yeah, I just realized he was.
Hey, you gotta look at. You gotta look at the camera, bro. He talking to himself on the screen, like. All praises.
Forgive. I just want to get one last verse. Because you said Most High is going to avenge.
That's right.
His elect.
That's right.
And we want to know. We want to make sure that people understand why he got to avenge the elect. Give me Zechariah 11:5.
What you said?
We want to make sure that people understand why God got to avenge his elect. We want to make sure they understand that. Read.
Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
America is not racist.
Right. That's exactly why. They say they're not racist. They say that we didn't kill him. They say he was resisting. Man, Most High got to avenge his elect.
Unbelievable.
And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord.
Hey, they think they blessed by killing us. Read.
For I am rich.
And they done got rich off our slavery. Read.
And their own shepherds pity them not.
What?
Their own shepherds pity them not.
Why they keep talking about slavery?
That's that brother right there.
Them brothers right there. Because our own people don't pity what done happened to our forefathers.
Right. Hey, all praises to the Most High for men like Bishop Nathaniel, Bishop Kanai, Bishop Yawsop. Right. You know what I'm saying? All praise to the Most High for these men that have been diligently putting their hands to the plow for 30, 40 years in this truth to make sure that Israel wakes up. So with that, this has been another episode of the Final Trumpet Radio Show. We appreciate y'all tuning in. But again, if you would like to support the show, you can do so at iuic.columbia.sc at israelunite.org and put in the notes, radio show help. You spell it out just like that. Help. You see how these brothers all bunched up over there on this other side? Go to the other camera over there, man. Go to the other camera over there, man. Look at these brothers all. They ain't that tight, but you know, they all right. But again, thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate all the support. Continue to stay tuned as we continue to fine-tune the show and just get better with everything. I tell y'all been doing a good job. Shout out to y'all, and we'll catch y'all on the next one, all right? Make sure we run the missing persons. Make sure we run the missing persons report for our local area. Brothers and sisters, share the content, and let's try to find our people. Matter of fact, if you got the image, you can post the image of the sister that was found. Post the image of the sister that was found due to the efforts of the men going out and doing the missing person fly mission here in Columbia, South Carolina. Go ahead and put that up there real quick. So I think the prophets went out on like the 3rd or the 4th and put the flyers out. It was shared across social media. It was shared in the neighborhood, and then she was found on the 8th, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It was a few days after that the sister was found. So all praise to the Most High. I'll give a round of applause for that. You know what I'm saying? And with that, hey, I'm Officer Kolayah to my right.
Officer A-Time.
To my far right.
Officer, you want to thon Yasharala.
To my far right.
So you want to talk us up.
And to my far right.
Officer Marshall.
And this has been another episode of the Final Trumpet Radio Show. Lord's will, we ain't got to do the far too long because we're going to have our setup, back together. But that, Israel, we say shalom. Most High in Christ bless.
Shalom. Most High in Christ bless.
Reliving the book of the Acts. I carry my cross on my back. My homies so stuck in the trap. Going hard, ain't no time to relax. Keeping my mind on the throne. Applying the stuff I've been shown. Been patient through all of my woes. Been patient through all of my woes. And I'm out here painting this picture. It came from the scriptures. I'm changing my mind now. And I've been examples. I've seen some examples. So I think it's just about time now to break the old habits and clean all the addicts. And yes, we are changing our life now. And when life give us lemons, we turn it to vengeance. We're strong in the Lord and His might now.
All the tribulations, I just cannot stay the same. All the wisdom I've been given has been helping with the pain. And the people that I love, they think that I've gone insane. When it gets gritty and looking real iffy, they pull up and show out they face, yeah. It's the blood in my veins, yeah. I cannot stand to complain, yeah. Put it in as a change, yeah. Put it in as a shame, yeah. I'm the only one to blame, yeah. So I've been switching my lanes, yeah. You put the soul in my chain, yeah. Cause when it don't matter, man.
Straight Judah religion, it's only a few to stay true and some tripping. Danger if you got no clue when you slipping. It's time to renew and stop foolishly sinning. Cause we the ones set apart from the beginning. All that is filled with the thing that's forbidden. Walking in life and I move with no vision. I'm moving like felt to my mind steady swimming.